Why you're never going to get wealthy from owning a dental practice. I'm Dr. Anissa Holmes, helping dentists to be able to grow their businesses faster. And today, we're talking all about wealth. Now, I have lots of doctors that come to me that want to grow their businesses, and they believe that their dental practice is how they're going to get wealthy. The problem for so many, however, is that at the end of every single month, at the end of every single year, honestly, first of all, there's not a lot of profits, and second of all, the profits that they're getting are not actually being invested in other things that can allow them to be able to create real wealth. We recently had a mastermind, and one of the doctors who was there had an extremely successful practice in his younger years. He spent a lot of money buying all of the things, buying the homes, having the expensive fancy cars. I believe he might have even had like a Rolls Royce, right? But now in this season of life, he shared as an experience share to be able to help so many of the other doctors that at this season in life, he wasn't in a position to actually finish well. And I really thanked him for his vulnerability and sharing this with so many people, because this is the truth and reality of so many. We go in thinking that if we go to become a doctor, we become a dentist, all of a sudden we're going to have this life where we're going to be wealthy, and at the end of the day, we're going to be able to pass on all of this money to our kids if that is our desire, be able to do philanthropy, and honestly be able to take care of ourselves. But the reality is that for so many, if you were to get sick right now, if something were to happen right now, honestly, I want you to think long and hard and think seriously, are you in the position to be able to take care of yourself? If you're in the position 10 years from now, 5 years from now, to be able to still be able to enjoy the vacations that you enjoy, be able to have the types of cars that you want to drive. And if the answer is no, then honestly, now is the time to really think about what you can do to start preparing for that time. And it really is a matter of creating a system, a strategy. One of the things that I work with our doctors with that are really ready to grow, ready to go faster, really are looking for wealth, is how can we leverage your dental practice to be able to be the first part of that triangle? And how can we create a process that literally every quarter we are setting a number that we want to have to put aside into real estate syndications, into other types of investments, so that our money can now create money. That's wealth. Wealth is when our money is actually working for us instead of our hands. And so having a system, having a process where you now know at the end of the quarter, my goal is to get into this real estate syndication, and I'm going to have $75,000, or I'm going to want to put money into purchasing single family homes or Airbnb properties or whatever type of alternate passive income investment. Now we can literally create a reverse engineer plan within your practice and say, okay, well, if we do X amount of this service, Y amount of this service, and now we are tracking those services now that we have how we're going to get the revenue on a tool using a system where the team is all involved and looking at it. Now we can literally reverse engineer that process. Now, what's interesting is that one of the systems that we teach is a process that literally one of the members of the team, ideally the office manager or the scheduler, can tell the doctor every single Monday what's their actual profit in the practice. Not production, not collection, but what's the actual profit. And as I'm teaching this system, sometimes the doctors will say, well, I don't want the teams to know how much profit we're actually making, right? Either they think that you're making way too much profits, or either they see that you're not making much. Now, one of the things that we love having doctors have the ability to understand is how much their business is actually making in profits every single week. And this is not something that you're going to get out of your practice management software, because it factors in what you're collecting, it factors in your bills, but there's a simple process that we share with the office managers or with the scheduler so that now the doctor knows that profitability. Oftentimes doctors are also saying, well, I don't want my team to understand how much money that I'm making. But the fact and reality is that we want our team to see that we are making as much profits as possible. We want our team involved in that process of making profits as high as possible, because the more profits that we make, what happens is that we have the ability to now, if they're consistently growing, to be able to increase their salaries. We have the ability every single quarter when we're pulling out profits for ourselves as the owner to be able to take out 5 or 10% of profits and share that with the team. So now they can do their own individual investments to be able to create more wealth for them and their families, right? And so now when we have this idea of us coming together, then now we can reverse engineer and we can go into Daily Huddle and we can say it's the second week of the month and our goal is to do 10 clear aligner cases and we've only done 2. Let's go ahead and see what everybody on the team can do today so that tomorrow the number looks different, right? Putting everybody in that position to be accountable to doing what they can do so that that profit number increases. I often say to doctors, if our team are working with us and they are doing their things, they're talking to the patients, they're following up on treatment plans, they're saying we can start today, they're helping the business to grow. Are you willing to give them 10% of profits if they're helping you grow by an extra 100, 200, 300,000 every single quarter? And the answer is yes. And so if you are in that position and you're trying to figure out how can I get to the next level, you feel like you're struggling right now, you're feeling like you're not sure what you can do, I encourage you, let's jump on a call. Let's talk about how we can help you grow faster through coaching, through mentorship, helping you to understand how you can use specific frameworks that are already working for other people to be able to take your business to the next level. Again, absolutely love working with doctors to be able to give you more time freedom, more financial freedom, helping you to understand how to get your team to become leaders, to take things off of your plate. So now your business is running like a well-oiled machine. Again, I'm Dr. Anissa Holmes. If you're following us here on YouTube, I'd love for you to go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of future episodes, and I'll see you next time.